All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to G.W.R. Live here on Wednesday, November 9th, 2022. Trying to get untangled from all these damn wires. All tangled up. But joined by my dad, Tony Gonzalez, like normal. We also have special guest pro wrestler Christian Kash. How's it going, Christian?
Hey man, it's going good, man. Thank you guys for having me back. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem,
yeah.
man. You're welcome anytime. Yep.
Thank you guys for having me back.
We was hoping we was going to be promoting a big match and a big show this weekend, but things happen sometimes, and I guess there was a double booking of a building or something.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
they
that's
ended
not
up.
going to happen. But it's
They
still
ended
good
up.
to.
They ended up double booking it. But if there's a will, there's a way. One
It's still,
day, you know what I'm saying.
yep.
I
Oh yeah.
don't know.
Hey, how's it going, Marcus? We got
Uh,
Marcus Fine in the comment section already.
but it's still
Hey
good.
Marcus,
So,
that's my
we're
guy.
glad to have you. Oh, Marcus is great.
Yeah, Marcus can tell you the ins and outs of the business, and he's just a fan, and I think that's so
Yeah.
cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, to have people like that in your life, like whether they know it or not, and you're picking their brain and picking their knowledge and stuff like that, and you learning from them, it
Yeah.
gives you it gives you a different aspect, a different look at the professional wrestling as a whole in general. Um, Without Marcus Fine, I don't know. I don't think I'd be as far as I was because he had the first match that he seen me in, he was like, "Hey, you know what? I like you. You're doing good. Keep doing what you're doing. Try to pace yourself a little more." And I was like, "Okay." And I paced myself a little more, and now I'm going for a championship. I thought that was
Yep.
pretty cool.
Yep. I agree. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. I'm sure that you are, but I just want to clarify: are you still going to be going after the Golden Prophet?
Who's the Golden Prophet?
Well, he calls himself the Golden Prophet.
The Golden Shower, Justin Terrell. Yeah, I'm still going after the piss stain. I'll take the belt from him. It's really like I'm facing a minion, and Travis Southern is Gru, and he just points his minions to go and fight people. Travis Southern once again screwed Christian Cash, and that's the reason why Justin's been running around playing champion. You know, um, Justin when Justin betrayed me, he wrote a check that his ass can't cash, and I'm gonna show him that when AACW opens its doors again, I'm going to beat the shit out of Justin. I really am.
I'm looking forward to it 100%.
What's up? Was that oh, that's shooting with Shane. What up?
Yep.
I don't really I
Hey,
don't
how's
really
it
like
going?
the way he's
How's
been
it going,
acting as
Shane?
of late, which is crazy. Cause Shane was a humble stand up guy, and then once he got kicked in his head, he kind of got some loose screws going. I don't know. I don't know. Weird.
Hey, how long have you been in the wrestling business?
Well, this will be my fourth year. I got into the wrestling business in 2017, so it would technically be my fifth year, but I didn't actually have a wrestling match until 2018. So this is my fourth year. Crazy thing though, like in 2017, my mother had passed away, and I was dealing with a lot of depression and stuff like that. And um, I was still making music, but not as much. I was like kind of falling off. And then I had told my friends that I would do a show with them or whatever. They wanted to perform with me. So I went there and I did a show and I left my book bag. But I remember rushing to the building. It was a Front Row Live, and Rakishi was there. And me being a wrestling fan, I mean, I got a DVD stacked mile high of wrestling movies and stuff. I'm like, Rakishi's in town. So I get there and I rush to the back, and Rakishi's like, "Yeah, I'll take a picture with you. So cool," and stuff like that. And we take a picture and stuff like that. And I'm so geeked, I end up leaving my book bag. I come back like maybe the next week or something like that to get the book bag that I left. And I seen the wrestling ring. I got into it. The First thing I did was a swanton bomb. Took the wind off myself, which was really stupid. And then
Yeah.
the rest is history, man. Now, 5 years later, I'm a pro wrestler going for the championship.
Did you start with the AACW? Is that where
Yeah.
you started at?
Yes. AACW is where I started, man. I was working with so many people, like as far as like who was helping me get prepared for becoming an actual pro wrestler. Uh, Jay Plex was there, Chris Owens, Justin Terrell, Shane Calcert. Well, I'm sorry, J.H. Hogg. And there was so many people, man. Brody Botkins, Rick Vidal. There's so many people that helped me like get to where I'm at. Johnny Crisis played a huge role as well. So yeah,
Okay, so from where you started at Christian Cast of 2017 to the Christian Cast you are right now, what's the biggest thing that you've learned?
I know how to wrestle. No,
What?
the biggest thing I've learned was no matter how old you get and how long you've been in the business, you never stop learning. Um, my last match, as of right now, was with Mike King, and when I tell you, I learned so much from that man through that match. Like, we didn't do nothing crazy. Well, he did kick my ass on the outside of the ring, but we didn't do too much craziness. But what I learned was, you know, going out there and performing for the fans are number one. If they're reacting, if they're doing something, they're booing him, then we got the fans. You know what I'm saying? If they're not doing anything and they're on their phones, then you might as well just call it quits right there because you're not doing anything, and the fans aren't even interested. So as long as you're getting a reaction from the fans, you're doing something right. That's one of the biggest things that I've learned.
Oh yeah, and you guys told a pretty good story, and that's what makes a difference. I think, at least to me, if you're in the ring telling a story, or if you're just out there doing moves. And I mean, I know some fans like this, the big moves and stuff. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but if there's not a story involved, it's hard for me to be into it, especially
Yeah,
if there's a lot of matches that's just moves. I mean, if I go to a show, and that's all it is. I'm not saying I'm not going to like it, but I'm not going to be invested.
yeah. And that's like a huge thing too, man. Like the story the story between me and Damian DeVille is far from over, but I wanted to hit him with big moves to get him out of there quick because I knew Shane was in his corner. Like, that's his brother. And the thing was, how long do I have before Shane screws me over? And he was doing slow counts and fast counts for him, and then he kicked me in the face, and then I got pedigreed, and I'm like, and then he's like, "Oh man, there was something on my foot, and I decided to stretch." You wasn't stretching; you were kicking me in the face, and it's okay. I get it. That's your brother. You wanted to help your brother win. Unfortunately, you still lost, and I don't know. You haven't been able to be humbled yet, and I think I still got something coming for Shane, Mister Shooting, since he wants to shoot his foot into my face. I don't forget.
No, that
So
the match you and Mike King had that was a great match.
Yes.
We really enjoyed. Actually, the whole show was good. We really
you
enjoyed that.
know,
That was a great
in the
match.
y'all great words, it's not cheating, it's competing, right?
That's right. That's right.
Man,
No,
man,
he came over and almost knocked all of our equipment off the table during that match. He came over and pushed our.
yeah, grabbing the chair, like I'm like, okay. And then when I watched it back, okay, so he grabbed the chair to distract the ref to punch me with brass knuckles. Like,
Yeah.
come on, Mike.
Oh, what's been the hardest thing about the wrestling business?
Um, I think the hardest thing for me was is focusing. Um, the hardest thing is your mindset, your mental. Your mental is 90% of your wrestling. There's a psychology part of it, and there's so many different things as far as pro wrestling goes. Mental is critical in this industry. because I can lose the match and the fans with one thought. Overthinking in the ring. I I can injure myself. I can injure my opponent, or I can completely fuck up and like ruin the whole fans experience. And then it'll cut the whole show short. And somebody doesn't get to go on after me, or if I'm the last match, no one wants to come and see me again because I just did too much by overthinking, and I probably ended my career or someone else's. So I would say mental. Yeah.
Did you want to ask one question that I had?
Oh yeah, we can do that one. Alex Peri, I think is how you pronounce that. Says, what of these three legendary stipulations do you want to compete in? Buried alive, TLC match, or Hell in a Cell match, and which opponent from the Indies for each match?
Whew. Okay,
That's a tough one.
Alex, you're about to find out that I'm a little crazy. Um, all three, and let me go with All right, buried alive match. Let me get Hadari. Let me get Hadari for that. Um, Hadari brings so much intensity, so much so much excitement, so much animosity, so much physicality that I think that match right there, and then no one wins unless someone's buried like that. That would be crazy. Let's go to the TLC match. The TLC match. Do I have to just pick one opponent, or can I make it like a fatal 4-way or something?
Yeah, you can do that. However you want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let's see. TLC. TLC. I would like to go against Luke Savage, Dalton Love, Kevin Panic in the TLC.
That'd
All
be
right,
good.
so we can do that. A fatal 4-way TLC match. I feel like that would be exciting. Um, we had a tag team match against those guys. Those guys were me and Panic versus Savage and Love. And honestly, I love the chemistry between the four of us. I think that all of us going against each other could create some magic. And honestly, I can't wait to get back in the ring with them. Hell in the Cell. Ah, that one's tough. All right, because I don't want to go too much. I don't want to add an extra person. I want to just go one on one. I want to go one on one with the lady man, my king again. Um,
That'd be cool.
well, because you got to think about it.
I figured you would say Justin Terrell just because of the biggest such a rivalry in Hell Cells is
Yeah,
usually
Hell in the Cell solves it and everything like that. But like I told you before we got started, we got a cage match coming up,
Yep, yep.
and I'm gonna beat his ass from every which way to Sunday. Okay.
But when you like to
I
throw
got so much. I got
when you
some
like to
things
throw
planned.
when you like to throw Justin off top of the cage, Joe.
You know what? I might hit him with a Mike King special off
Oh,
the cage since he wants to hire a mercenary. Um, but you know what? The Hell in the Cell could go for anybody. I would love to face Damian Deville in it. I would love to face Johnny Crisis. I would love to face Chad Cross, Johnny Suede, um, Lucha Creator, wherever he's been at. Zane West, somebody that really keeps catching my attention. Adam Rain. I think Adam Rain. Adam Rain would be a very, very good match in Hell in a Cell.
I agree.
There's something about how he's developed into the character that he's become that I really, really, really want to see myself going face to face with him. But prior to one person that I can honestly say would all make sense in a Hell in a Cell would be Travis Southern. Because we have unfinished business. I'm not through with Travis. I'm pretty sure Travis isn't through with me. He doesn't want to see. He clearly made us plain as day. He doesn't want to see me as a champion because that means that I'm better than him. I've evolved from the Travis Southern thing, and I would like to end his career.
And if you have a Hell in a Cell match against somebody from the Golden Prophecy, that can help cut down on the numbers game,
Yeah,
make it more one-on-one.
but you know what's crazy? Another person I would love to face in the Hell in a Cell is Brody Botkins.
That'd be good too.
Yep.
Oh my God, hold on, Chris Owens. Damn,
I know.
there's so many people. I would like to face Justin Terrell in it, but I mean, I want to go one-on-one with Kevin Panic. There's so many people. The list is endless. I'm gonna keep going with that. I don't know. I don't want to keep naming people.
Marcus Fine says, interesting answers on these opponents.
Yes.
Shane says, regardless of any super kick / brotherhood, my friend, Kash will always be the savior of AACW. You deserve everything you have. Much love.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is there an opponent that you haven't got to wrestle yet that you would like to wrestle?
Jawan Thomas.
Yep. That's a good
Man,
one.
that's a real good one.
Jawan Thomas, Paragon.
Actually, I want to get a hold of about coming on the show.
Yeah, Jawan's one of the. He should be out there a lot more than what he is. I think he's an outstanding talent. So I agree with you 100%.
I believe, which is crazy because I don't normally talk about people, but I believe in giving people their flowers while they're here instead of when they're gone. I believe that Jawan Thomas has everything it takes to become the greatest pro wrestler of all time. And for me to just have a match with him would make me feel like I made it. But I already feel like I made it now because I finally got my dream match, which was my king. And not only was it a dream match for me, I really worked hard to where I felt like I deserved a match with my king, to where I was talking to him like, hey, I think I'm ready now, you know. And for me to go over in that match, that, you know, I almost cried in the ring. I'm glad I didn't, but you know, it's a different feeling. It's a different feeling when you're doing things that you love.
And something you said earlier, you know, when you talked about Mike and they get the crowd booing and the way they was cheering for you, it really did. I mean, I know it makes a difference, you know, who wins the match, but it really don't make a difference because both of you got over. Both of you did your jobs, and you really couldn't do it much better, both of you.
Yeah. I seen you guys muted it for copyright stuff, and I was like, oh wow, that's my song. I own that.
Yeah. Oh, really? Well, I tell you, even on that, there's times that he's used people's music that they own, and it still gets hit. They said,
man, that's crazy.
Because there's certain countries, it gets hit. So I don't know why it is that way.
No, now that I know that, I'll try. I'll try your song and see if we don't get hit on it, since I know that it's your song.
Yeah. It's funny because everybody kept coming up to me like, "Yo, is that you for real on that song?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." I have a group called Frag Out. We make music. Got a new show called Canary Currency, Shine and Smoke, that's coming out in February. And we got Canary Currency already. It's on Tubi and Amazon Prime Video. So yeah, we're doing the thing, man. We just taking it one step at a time. One step at a time.
What's like your goal? What's your like end game in pro wrestling?
To be honest with you, since a kid, I always wanted to be I always wanted to be The Rock, which is really funny. Now that I'm older, I see myself on this path where I'm doing a lot of stuff, and the only thing I can think about is having a WrestleMania match. Having a WrestleMania match. I want to be in the WWE. I want to take the WWE to another level. I want them to have a champion where not only did he break barriers, but he did things that people were pretty much afraid to do. Like, I want to sell out Lucas Oil Stadium, and I want to wrestle at WrestleMania. I want to bring WrestleMania to Indianapolis and sell out the building and main event. Whether I main event or not, I want to wrestle at WrestleMania in Indianapolis.
I mean, that'd be awesome if we get it WrestleMania in Indianapolis.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be. Another person that I've never faced, but I want to. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Jake Oman. He's fire.
Oh man,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
We just saw him wrestle Sunday. For almost, we've seen him a bunch, but got to see him again Sunday, and yeah, he's really good.
Not only is he good, man, he's great, and he's one of those people where he's not even like he's not even like a dick. He's humble. He's very humble, and he talks to people, and he'll share his mind with you and stuff like that. Like a lot of people that's done everything that Jake's done are, well, you should be kissing my ass. He's not like that, and I appreciate that. Congo Kong is another person I've never faced, but I want to.
I like
Probably
Congo.
because um, he's the same way as Jake. Just a very humble guy, very, very, very for this business, you know. And yeah, yeah, people like Jake Ullman, Congo Kong, and the other people that I've named they're they're very special. And wrestling is very important. Wrestling is very important, and they take it as such, and they take it serious, and they will help the next generation out because they want wrestling to be better by the time they're gone, and that's great. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice little ringtone. Had a little jingle jingle.
I got a question. What do you like the most about being a pro wrestler?
um. Okay, so I started wearing the Captain America pants, right? Because I feel like the kids look at me like a superhero when I'm out there. Um, I like being that child's superhero. I like letting the kids know that no matter, because normally I'm going against somebody that's like way bigger than me. So one person that um one person that I always wanted to make proud of me is myself. And my childhood, like I was always like, I want to be a wrestler. I would like to go out there and just see. And now that I see it, I'm like, I'm doing it. And then the kids coming up and hugging me, I'm like, that's special. That's very unique. I don't see that often, especially as an indies wrestler. You don't see kids get out their chairs to go and hug the wrestler like, oh my god. And I don't know those kids at all. So
Yeah.
for them to do that to me made me feel like they're superhero one. So that's the thing I love a lot.
Uh, Shane says Damian Deville versus Christian Cash in a 30-minute ultimate submission will always be my number one match for AECW. The fans want it. The people deserve it. And Marcus Fine commented on that and said 30 minutes isn't long enough. Make it an hour.
Hey Marcus, I'm with you. Um, I've been wanting this match since the first day Damian Deville stepped foot into the AACW locker room with his MMA championship. Um, I've always felt like he's somebody that's dangerous. He's someone that you cannot truffle with. You gotta take him as serious as he is, because if you don't, he will snap you in half. Damian is somebody that is very, very precise. He has a lot of precision. He's a great striker. He can break you in more than one ways, mentally and physically. And that's a challenge that a lot of people don't step up to. And the ultimate weapon versus Christian Cash in an ultimate submission match. I feel like making an hour, make it make it as long as you want. But I feel like I'm ready, and I feel like I'm gonna win.
Uh, Also says Congo Kong seminar this Saturday at 12 p.m. in Bluffton. A lot of good wisdom coming. Yeah, if you're real quick, if you're a pro wrestler and you're looking to improve on some stuff, go check out that Congo Kong seminar, because like Christian said, Congo's a good dude.
Yep, definitely.
Not only a good dude, not only a good dude, he's a great guy.
Yep.
Um, he's been in Impact Championship
Yep.
Wrestling. He's been all over the world. This man is somebody that is fantastic. He's special. I used to wrestle with a shirt on. And
Yeah,
he told me
first time we saw him, he was Osiris.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And you know what? And it's crazy because he went from that all the way to Congo Kong, and people were like, and they still talk to him like a regular person. And I'm such a fan, you know. I'm such a fan. I'll be looking at him like, Mr. Kong, and he'd be like, "Oh, you want to hold my jock strap?" And he'd just like, "Nah, man." Like
the dude's hands are probably about that damn
yeah,
long.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
and I'll be thinking, man, look, Mr. Congo Kong is the real deal. If you want to learn from somebody, if you feel like you need credentials, you need to go somewhere, and you want to go somewhere far, having him help you out is a great idea. It's none less than almost perfect for you. Like he's the guy that can get you to the next level.
I remember the first time we saw him. He climbed up the ropes and done a moonsault, and I was like,
I
just
swear to God,
amazed.
like look, like so much athleticism, and you're
Yeah,
like, wow. Like you just look at him like, wow, you know.
yeah.
Uh,
A big guy like that isn't supposed to be able to do moonsaults off the top rope,
No.
but hey, he
yeah,
can.
yeah. Last time I did a moonsault off the top rope, I ate shit.
Let me ask you this, because I asked you about what you like the best about being a pro wrestler. What's something in pro wrestling that you seen or been a part of or happened to you that you don't like?
Um, I don't like to be doubted. And in my world, like in my world, not just pro wrestling, like my world in general, um, I doubt myself enough, you know. But I always go, you know what, nah, Christian, you can do this. Go ahead and do this. Go ahead and try. Um, when I'm doubted by another wrestler, it motivates me to get better, and it motivates me to get them in the ring so I can kick their ass. Um, because they shouldn't have doubted me in the first place. But like I said, it's mental. It's like 90% mental. Once you once you get to a certain level and you get to that spot where you're like, you know what's next? You kind of don't want to keep jumping the gun, because once you continue to jump the gun, you lose. Being overzealous can cause the end of your career. So, um, yeah, doubt,
Uh, have,
being doubted.
have you wrestled at any other promotions besides AACW?
Yeah, I wrestled in WCWO. Joey Owens and them are phenomenal. They have great shows every Friday. Um, the fans called me Carlton there.
Oh, yeah, they did.
They they're very vocal fans. I like their fans. Their fans remind me of AACW fans. It's just AACW fans cuss and their fans don't. All right, it's like a PG version of AACW fans, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're rowdy. They get in your face. Like I know this personally. Like I was a heel in WCWO, and I was talking crazy to one of the fans, and the fan was like, "Come outside, come outside. I'll show you what the." I'm like, okay, I like that, you know, like yeah.
Yeah.
And I was thinking in my head, if I go outside, I'm fighting these fans. Like, I can't go outside. I can't go outside, right? So WCWO, I've wrestled in HCW, in Mishawaka, Indiana, and more recently Michigan. I wrestled for TCW in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Um,
TCW was that the arena?
Yeah.
I believe so. I don't know if it's actually called TCW. I just I'll have to talk to Chris Chaos about. I'm sorry, one second. Okay, I think my brother wanted to be heard. But but yeah, I went up there and I wrestled Chris Chaos. I know he knows the building, like the name of it and everything like that. But great show.
We've been to that building there in Jeffersonville. It's a pretty cool building as well. Kind
Yeah,
of like it's
yeah,
kind of like the Dub. It has that kind of atmosphere.
that's exactly right. And Hammer and Scorpion being wrestled over there. So yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I know I'll be there on the 19th, so
Oh,
I just got to get
In
that.
Jeffersonville.
Yeah, I got to get the address and stuff like that so I can get there. So yeah, I'll be in Jeffersonville on the 19th. I don't know who I'm wrestling. All I know is I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna give it 100%. That's all I can do.
Uh, well, you mentioned Michigan, but have you wrestled anywhere else out of the state?
Nope. I want to. I want to go everywhere. I really do. I want to go to. It's funny because somebody asked me where would I love to go, and I told them British Connecticut, right? And they're like, "Why British Connecticut?" Um, yeah, it was TCW.
Yep. Hey, just like you said, Marcus knows all the ins and outs.
Yes, yes. It was TCW. But I want to go. I want to go and wrestle in Connecticut. I want to wrestle in Florida. I want to wrestle in Chicago. I want to wrestle in Texas. I want to wrestle like everywhere that I can. You know, I want to go everywhere. I want to wrestle everywhere. I want to go around the world and wrestle. I thought I mentioned Paragon earlier. If I didn't, I apologize. I want to. I want to wrestle Paragon. Like in Miami. You know, he's a very flashy person. We can do like a bash at the beach kind of event, literally at the beach and wrestle. You know, like it'll be cool. I want to wrestle everywhere.
Uh, top three. Can you name your top three favorite opponents that you've wrestled so far?
That's a hot seat you're trying to get me in, isn't it? All right, you know what? I'm not scared. Top three: Mike King, Justin Terrell, Travis Southern. Dang, but Brody Botkins as well. So,
Okay, you got four. That's all right.
but that wasn't in order. Hold on, because I love wrestling Brody. I love wrestling Brody. Brody brings the side out of me. Um, that I just, if I was bigger, you would see more of a vicious side. Brody definitely, he elevates me for the better. But so does everybody else that I listed. Justin Terrell, he definitely took me to a level that I didn't think I could reach. And like some people would say the sky's the limit, but if you limit yourself, then once you reach the sky, where do you go from there? So
Top
yeah.
three favorite matches that you've been in.
All right, this one might be in order. The fans bring the weapons match. I loved that match.
That
I
was
really do.
that was you and Brody, right?
Me and Justin versus Brody. Yeah, the
Yeah.
fans bring the weapons match was one of my favorites. Literally my favorite match. I loved facing. I loved facing Mike King. So that's number two, and ooh, yeah, that's a tough one. Um, Dang, I'm thinking because I don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess it up and then think of another one that was better and be like, oh, well, it's that one. No. The I Quit match with Justin Terrell.
Marcus
The I
Fine
Quit,
says
the I
Brody
Quit
was
match
swinging
/
table.
last man standing match because I like the last man standing match too. / everything else. When I was kicking his ass, when he was kicking my ass, I was kicking his ass. He was kicking my ass. I paid a ref and I beat him. There's so much stuff. There's so much history. And then turn around's fair play, I guess, because now he's the bad guy. I'm a good guy. I'm gonna kick his ass because you don't betray me. All right. You don't try to make me a good guy and then betray me. What type of backstabbing bullshit is that? But it's all good.
Here's a real question for you, and hopefully you can answer it honestly. Are egos a big problem in wrestling?
Yes. Yes.
That's a good question.
Have you encountered that a lot in your career, or
I haven't encountered it often, honestly. with AACW, there's not too many egotistical people. Mike King, even though his character is very egotistical, he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. I'm sorry, Mike. He'd probably get a shirt off his back if you needed it.
That's 100% true.
100% right.
100% true.
I can vouch.
So and the other people that I mentioned earlier, like Congo Kong and Jake Oman, I can say that literally the same.
I believe that.
So I haven't really ran into too many people with egos like that. I have ran into some people with egos. I will not say their name,
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
but they're people that you wouldn't expect to have an ego because it doesn't translate in the ring.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, how hard is it? How hard is it to get your name out there to try to get different promotions and like you were talking out of state or even different promotions in the state of Indiana?
To be honest with you, it's not as hard as you would think. I'm going to mention somebody that I probably shouldn't mention, but fuck it. Marvelous Mr. Bill. He's one of those people like that. He started out and he's just like me. Like he started out, oh yeah, jump over the top rope. Yeah, I got you, yo. I'll do it. Like, but not only did he start doing that, but once he got to a point where he wanted to expand, he started promoting himself. He started aligning himself with people that had podcasts and like he got everything. Like he made AACW like get eyes looking at him again and stuff like that. Like I think we was at the show, we was wrestling, and people in OVW with Al Snow was actually watching our show from the Gonzo wrestling room, which is pretty cool. But the marvelous Mr. Bell, he showed that if you apply yourself, if you promote yourself, if you literally make yourself the product that you are selling, you can go far in this business. As long as you make that not just what you do, but a lifestyle, you can go anywhere. But for me personally, I'm a very loyal person. And I don't want to. I don't want to leave AECW. I get like I said, I be in my head a lot, and I kind of hold myself back sometimes. And Shane be like, bro, don't hold yourself back. And everybody will tell me, don't hold yourself back. The whole locker room will tell me that. But yeah,
Yes, you
they
actually
will.
did.
Excuse me, sir, I'm talking. But yeah, so they would
Yeah, I don't know what happened with Marvelous Mr. Bell. I know I'm just giving my opinion. I think it was a big loss that he's no longer with AACW for whatever reason, and I don't know the reason, and I'm not asking for you to answer that. I just think that's a big loss. That's just my opinion.
I mean, the marvelous Mr. Bell does whatever he thinks is marvelous. If he wanted to get up and paint the city a rainbow color, right?
Yep,
He's gonna do it.
he would do it. He would do it.
He's
No
gonna
doubt
do
about
it.
it.
But the marvelous Mr. Bell, Jordan Bell, he just wants. I guess he just wants to expand himself. I don't think that it's anything against AACW. He just wanted to go a little further, and at that point, he just felt like he didn't have any direction, so he wanted to direct this. He wanted to reinvent himself. Do I blame him for reinventing himself? No, I just wish he had stayed a little longer. Um, yeah, he's a pretty good guy. He knows how to promote himself. He knows how to promote a show. So that's somebody to continue to look at because I like Jordan.
Yep, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, he comes out and he don't even have to say nothing, and the crowd's already
Well, that's
booing
what
him.
the crowd
Who is
gets
this? Who is this light skinned man with the Enzo Amore hairstyle and the freaking paint brushes and rainbow stuff on it? Who is this guy? And he's
that's
like,
what
I just want you all to know that I'm better than you. Like Bro,
Well,
you
that's what
got
I
on
was.
all white and suspenders. Shut up. You
Yeah,
know, it's so
yeah.
cool.
That's what I was getting at about being a big loss for ACW because, like you said, his promotion skills and just him in the ring and the way he could do a crowd.
Yeah,
Great talent.
yeah. I didn't think that he was a bad talent at all. Shane, shooting with Shane, he's pretty much the same way. Um, Now that's something that I would have liked to see before Jordan left, like them having a promo against each other, like to see who could really talk. Because Shane can talk, and I like SWS. So, to have a mouthpiece for the good guys as far as SWS would go, well, not anymore because I guess he's the Bulletproof Posse's lapdog. I think Ricky Gunn's got his hand up his ass. He's just moving his mouth with his hands. Um, and Then you had the Golden Standard, the Golden Prophecy, the Golden Shower Piss Boys, and you had Mr. Bell talking for them. Um, you know, when worlds collide, sometimes they clash a little too hard. So I wish him the best in his future endeavors. Yeah.
Says Facebook user talk your talk, but it's actually because on up here it says Facebook user, but on my phone it tells me who it is. It's actually Zay Gates.
Oh my God. So look, Zay Gates he is literally one of my favorite people. Okay, so him and M2P, sorry, my bad, Eric. M2P are literally one of the most exciting. If you haven't watched them, please go watch them. They're one of the most exciting tag teams in indie wrestling today. Okay, they do it all. If you like flipping, they do flipping. If you like traditional, they are traditional. They are literally one of the best tag teams in indie wrestling right now. M2P. There's only one team that I can think of that would possibly be better, and that's Cash and Panic. But that's neither here nor there. Um, but yeah, M2P. They're definitely dope people.
And Zay, I do not know why it's coming up on the screen as Facebook user, but on my phone in the comment section it says your name. I don't know why it's doing that.
Tell him it's because he hasn't left WCWO and expanded and then go back to WCWO. You should wrestle at WCWO on Fridays, go and wrestle a show on Saturday, get your ass kicked, go back and go back again because you're always going to lose. But no, I'm just playing.
I do know he's going to wrestle at the Emerson Theater on December 17th in Thunder or Blunder.
Yep.
You know what? That's dope. I'm proud of him for that because let's be honest. Let's be honest here. There's certain people at WCWO that I think are absolute superstars. Rachel Armstrong, Dex Royal, the Highlight Reel, Zay Gates. My bad. M2P as well. Sorry, I didn't mean it. Cause Eric just so skinty, man. He's just so skinty, you know.
Skinty. I like that
um,
word, skinty.
so Jackson Morgan, he's crazy.
Yes.
Then Vinny. You have
Yeah.
so many people there that just
Jordan James.
oh my goodness, Jordan James is so freaking great, man. Like I wrestled him a couple times, um, and I feel like I'm better now. I don't feel like I'm gonna be that same nervous person. Like I get in the ring with Jordan again, I'm gonna have to go ahead and just
What do you see yourself going back and wrestling some at WCWO?
I hope so.
absolutely, absolutely. I love WCWO. It's like my second home. The WCWO WCWO really helped me out a lot because they didn't have to open their doors for me. They didn't have to let me wrestle. But when they did, they gave me opportunity week after week after week. WCWO were truly special to me. So any chance that I get, like I don't care if I'm a WWE superstar. If I'm in town on that Friday and I don't have to wrestle till like later on that night, I'm going to be at WCWO. I'm going to wrestle a match. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to wrestle in WWE later on that day because, yeah, I'm going to wrestle. Yeah.
We need to get you up at a DCCW.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I was talking to some people, and I was like, yes, I would love to go to DCCW. Honestly, I wanted to go to DCCW before I actually had a match against Mike King because I was gonna go out there and I was gonna lay his ass out, but I didn't. I was gonna go out there. I was gonna lay his ass out, but then I was thinking in my head it wouldn't make sense because now worlds collided. Now DCCW is gonna come and react. It's not just Mike King that I'm going after at that point. Now their show is coming after AACW. But if they come after AACW, they better, strap their seatbelts up because it's gonna be a long, bumpy ride. Because we don't lose if worlds collided.
Zay says Kash is goated. I'd love to step in the ring with him.
I would love to have that one-on-one match. When I tell you, this guy Zay Gates is literally the one of the mega stars in the making. Like he's gonna be top notch. Like
We were honestly, me and Dad were just talking about that yesterday, or actually earlier today, about how much Zay's improved and how we think he could be a big star.
Bro, like look, he shows it week after week. It's almost scary how good he gets week after week.
He did a frog splash at one of the DCCW shows where he held. It looked like he was going to hit the damn ceiling. He got so high off that top rope.
Zay is, oh my God. All right, so when it comes to pure athleticism, that guy's over the moon. All right, but once he gets everything, you know what I'm saying? Once he gets everything going, he's a bad man. He's a bad man. He's gonna be hard to stop.
And you can see his confidence growing and growing every time you see him in the ring.
Yeah, like
1-on-1 or tag team, we can run it up.
Either way it goes, man. When you put on your big boy pants, you can come talk to me. Until then, ask Daddy Joey Owens if you can play with the big kids, okay?
Daddy Joey Owens.
Until then, you know what I'm saying?
I would like to see that. I agree. I would love to see that. I'd say bring that to DCCW.
Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah.
I would love
Marcus
to.
Smart says yes, Zay versus Kash. Would love to see it. And he said he has a win over Jordan James. He's talking about Zay.
Zay.
He got a win over Jordan James
this past Sunday.
You know what's crazy? I've never beaten Jordan James. There you go.
Right there. There we go.
Now, Zay, we have something to do. All right. Now we're on a collision course. You can meet me. You can meet me in the street. We can do a parking lot brawl. We can do a regular sanctioned match. We can do whatever you want. But if you keep commenting, it's going to be less of a Christian Cash interview and more of a me versus you. So whatever you want to take from that, Zay. Whatever you want to take from that.
Steve Hedrick, who's the ring announcer for DCCW, says that Christian Cash versus Zay on the next DCCW show would be. He said maybe we can get that. So that would be cool.
That would be dope. Ooh. He said last time he checked, DCCW was in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Okay, look. Listen. Y'all might have been in the driver's seat until people started looking at AACW. You see the shirt, right? Okay. DCCW is dope. You guys have dope wrestlers. Y'all have dope shows. Y'all have great turnouts. Y'all have great fans. Y'all have everything great. But everything great isn't phenomenal. I'm gonna kick Zay's ass at DCCW if you book that. What up, Damien?
Hey, how's it going, Damien?
Yeah, this is a little bit still wrestling, but I just want to get your opinion because I know you're a big wrestling fan. What do you think of AEW right now? And then I'm gonna ask you the same thing about WWE. So I got both of them covered.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I was so excited in the very beginning for AEW. I just feel like it fell flat for me. Like I stopped watching it. I stopped watching AEW. It got a little stale for me. It's just, yeah, I want to see excitement. I do want to see people jumping off the top rope and flipping and stuff like that. But if we want to continue to do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could have just kept 205 live on WWE. You know?
It's
Um,
not enough storytelling for me. I mean,
yeah,
I'm just
like,
being honest. And of course, I'm not their target audience. I'm almost 60 years old, so I'm not their target audience. I understand that.
but
So
at the
I mean,
same time, even if I was their targeted audience, like it's so much that a storytelling can bring to you. You know what I'm saying? The Rock versus Stone Cold meant something because there was a story behind it. The promos was fire. Everything behind it was fire. Um, Even more recently, if you think about it, WWE had Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. Who's going to lead the family? Who's going to be the tribal chief? Who's going to
great
be,
story.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and it made sense, like, because now you got me invested. This match feels like it's
Yeah.
important. It feels like it means something. You take
And the,
away from that if all you want to do is say, hey, I don't like you. Let's wrestle. I'm going to do a flip on you. I'm going to do a front flip
See,
on you.
see,
I'm
I'm the
going to do
same.
a back flip outside.
I'm the same way as you. I was excited when it first started,
I was too.
but now I think it's gotten like you said a little bit still. I don't hardly watch AEW at all. If I do watch
Yeah.
wrestling, it's usually WWE. I'm not gonna lie. What I watch the most is independent wrestling because of our show and with everything. So I'm always watching independent wrestling. But if I do watch wrestling during the week, it's usually WWE.
Yeah. The last match that I watched honestly, after Crown Jewel was I think right before this show I was watching Me versus Mike King again. I think that's the match I just keep watching because that last punch that I hit him with, it looked so good. It was like
It did.
crazy.
It did.
And then down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Yeah, it
Okay.
was so cool.
I got your thoughts on AEW. What's your thoughts on WWE right now?
The Triple
Okay.
H charge.
I love the direction that they're going in. Some things, some things don't need to happen, but some people got senses of humor. Having that pumpkin head on fucking Otis,
Yeah.
I could have did without that. I could have did without that.
Yeah.
But as far as the wrestlers, Nikki Cross, becoming important again. Like no one feels like even Ricochet, like nobody feels like they can lose the match. Everybody feels like they're all even. They're all on even playing fields. You can take that as a testament to the Logan Paul Roman Reigns situation when they had their match. Roman Reigns didn't just walk through Logan Paul, and
Yeah.
vice versa. Like Logan Paul's third match, and he looked like he belonged in the main event.
Yep, he did.
That is not easy. That's
That was
not
a
easy
hell,
at all.
that was a hell of a performance by Logan Paul.
Yeah, and that man can wrestle. And I'm not a Logan Paul fan
Me either.
whatsoever. I'm not a Jake Paul fan. I feel like Jake
I'm not
Paul
either.
finally called out a boxer, and I feel like that boxer should take him up on it and let's let Canelo knock his ass the fuck out. But like that's how I feel about the Pauls. Like, yeah, their podcast. If they were podcasting and stuff like that, I'd be like, okay, well, who are these guys? I wouldn't even know who they were if they didn't box Floyd Mayweather, you know, or if he didn't knock out Nate Robinson, and then he kept fighting these like retired UFC fighters, but he's never gotten into the ring with a boxer. So Jake Paul is the reason why I know of the Pauls, but then Logan Paul went into wrestling, which is my domain. So I was like, okay, this is pretty disastrous. And then he wrestled with Miz, and I'm like, oh, this kid can actually wrestle. And then he wrestled against the Miz. I'm like, oh, he's something special. And then he wrestled with Roman Reigns, and I'm like, oh, he got it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so
Every match he's gotten better, and I he could be if he wants to become a pro wrestler all the time. He could be a huge star.
yeah. Um, Pat McAfee makes wrestling exciting too. Like
Oh yeah.
there's so much stuff in the WWE right now that catches your attention, it catches your eye. It's not just, you know, it's not just wrestling, it's storytelling, it's a psychological aspect of it. And that's why I love WWE. But then again, when AEW was rising up and stuff like that, I was still watching WWE, and I was gonna go down with my ship because that's my ship. You know, that's me. I love
That's
WWE.
what I grew up. That's what I grew up watching was WWE.
Yeah. A lot of people grew up watching WWE, but a lot of people grew up watching WCW, and that's what it was like. AEW was like WCW's little baby that just threw a hissy fit and decided that they were gonna kick and flip.
I grew up with Dick the Bruiser and Crusher, and then NWA and AWA also.
Yeah,
So
and Dick the Bruiser got famous here, didn't he? In Indianapolis.
yeah, that was his promotion in Indianapolis, but he also wrestled a lot for AEW and
Not AEW.
no AWA, excuse me, in Chicago. I'm old.
I was like, AEW was around back
No,
then.
I'm senile.
AWA.
I told you guys I'm old, so I'm a little senile. But AWA, excuse me, and then he wrestled in Chicago a lot and Minnesota, all over the place. So he wrestled there too.
Yeah, Dick the Bruiser he's a legend here. He's truly a legend here. When people mention their names, like my mama told me about Dick the Bruiser, which is really funny because I thought that she was being funny. So I'm like, no, that's Rob Van Dam, and I'm talking about Rob Van Dam, and she's like, quit cussing. I'm like, I'm not cussing. That's his name, Rob Van Dam. And she's like, well, I bet you don't know about Dick the Bruiser. And I said, that's gay. And she said, no, it's really a wrestler. And she shows me that it's really a wrestler name. And I was like, well, what's his real name? Why you call himself that? But then again, hey, that is his name. Dick the Bruiser. He was
We got
a
Damien
legend.
joining us. Damien's in the comment section.
He was wanting to know what our
I don't know
thoughts
much
were,
about-
what
I
our
don't-
thoughts was about. I know about this because I listened to the interview on Busted Open about Nick Aldis, the controversy with NWA, and was NWA right to suspend him? Do you know about that story?
No, I don't.
Okay. Nick Aldis has been with NWA for quite a while now, and really they're driving force. Really, I mean his biggest name, and he according to the owner, Smashing Pumpkins, Corgan,
Corgan.
Billy Corgan, that he just wasn't happy anymore and wanted to leave, and so he told him okay, and his contract runs up in January, and then he got on Twitter and stuff and was bashing it. NWA and stuff, so they suspended him. But also, Mickey James had ran a ladies pay-per-view NWA here a year or so ago, and it was a pretty good success. But Billy Corgan said that they lost money on it, and he was still happy with it, but he said he did lose money, and she was wanting to do another one, and he said his problem was there wasn't enough female stars to go out and get. He said because he don't have a working relationship with AWA, you can't get WWE, and he says if you don't have the star power, he didn't see the point in doing the show right now. And I guess she got offended. And so it was a big thing, and they got into it, and Billy Corgan suspended him. He was bashing the company, and he said he thinks he's wanting out so he can go to AEW or WWE.
You can't be
Probably.
bashing people you work for. It's not going to work out real well for you.
He said I'm still paying him. He said why
Yeah.
are you bashing me? So, and he says it's not. He said this is a shoot. This is not a work. He said definitely not on my end. He said so. That's what he said on Busted Open the other day. I think it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
I listened to the interview.
Yeah, all of that is news to me. Like, I don't know nothing about that. But if you're gonna bash the company and stuff like that, I can see them suspending them for that. But other than that, I don't really. Nah, I don't see. I don't know. I don't really have any contact.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to feel about it. You know.
Yeah, I understand.
Mickey James, I do have a feeling about that though. With a whole bunch of wrestlers that you wanting a promoter to do something with something, then bring people to the table. Bring people to the table. There's so many retired veterans that are female that would love to do something. You know, be like, hey Trish, are you still under contract with WWE? Would you mind doing a match with Mickey James again in the NWA ring? Lita, you can reach out to so many different people. Artabella's still under contract. Sasha Banks, see how that's going. What about Naomi? You got Jacqueline, you have
I think
Ivory, you have so many different people.
see,
So if you come up with people and you're like, hey, I have a show, I just need to be supported and backed up with it, they're going to be more willing to lean towards it than to be like, hey, we lost money last time, not right now, you know.
yeah.
So that's the only comment I guess I can have with that one.
Yeah, I agree. The only problem with WWE is that they're pretty smart. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Lita and all them guys are under Legends contracts. So and they
Yeah,
can go out and do signings and stuff like that, but they can't. But I guarantee in the contract they can't go out and work for Impact or AEW or anything unless they agree to it. So lot of those talents I think are under, at least at the very least, Legends contract.
yeah, probably. I think they got Kurt Angle under one of those legend contracts as well,
Yep.
which is
Yep.
crazy.
Yep. He's
Um,
under Legends contract. They got quite a few people under that.
Um, if before we get out here, tell everybody where they can find you at, find your music at, where you're going to be wrestling at, all that stuff.
you can find my music on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora. We go by the. I'm in a group called Frag Out. It's me and my brother Jared. Well, I'm sorry, Swaggin. My bad. Let's Swaggin. Also, we have New Order ENT. We also have we have Canary Currency. There's a movie coming out. Nah, I don't know if I'm able to talk about that one. Let me
I've
see.
got I got a question.
Donovan Pike.
I have a
Donovan Pike's
question.
coming out.
I have
Yes.
a question real quick. What is Canary Currency?
Canary
Give me a little.
Currency is a TV series. It's a show about a guy that gets jammed up in the wrong at the wrong place at the wrong time, and he ends up trying to do things to help his family. But it's a ghetto show, pretty much. It's a whole bunch of just ghetto stuff. It's just
Well, I'm gonna check
ghetto.
that out then.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I'm in the show. I get beat up, you know. Oh, the marvelous Mr. Bell's in it too. I kick his ass.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, there's so much stuff. Also, the fans bring the weapons matches in it. So yeah,
Okay.
it's a pretty
Check
good
that out.
show. It's a pretty good show.
You do you have any like do you have a site with a merch or anything like that?
I actually have zero merch. I purchased some logos and stuff like that, but I'm still looking to get merchandise set up and stuff like that. So when AACW open their doors again, I will definitely have merchandise. I'm thinking maybe some hats, maybe some shirts. I don't know about no. I might get the wristbands. You know, I just don't want to go to John Cena route, but I might get some wristbands. I don't know.
This could probably give you a name of a good,
Yeah.
pretty good place to get shirts and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty good place.
You said you're gonna text it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can text it to you.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Because
No,
I mean,
I'll have to get if you get a hat. If you get hats, I'm gonna have to get one of those
Yeah.
hats.
Yeah.
I like the shirts, but I'm a hat guy.
yeah. The reason why I said hats, the reason why I'm going for like Christian Cash hats is because 9 times out of 10 you don't see people with hats. You don't see many people come out there and
Yep.
they have hats, they have shirts and stuff like that. But to see a crowd full of Christian Cash hats, that would be dope. You know, like oh my god, you know. And then I could say like, you know, it's you know they putting me on top of the
Also
company.
know also know a guy that does good logos and stuff. He actually made. I don't know if you might have seen him on Facebook because Marcus Fine had posted them, but some of these poker chips.
Ooh, those are fire.
I know the guy that made those, and they're- he gives you a good deal on them
Oh
too.
yeah.
So if you're interested now, I can hook you up with him as well.
Yeah, poker chips would be pretty dope. That would be pretty dope. I'm actually thinking about I was thinking about if I could get some like Connect Four game stuff or like
Yeah.
some Uno cards with Christian Cash stuff on it. That'd be pretty cool. Um, I just gotta, like I said, I got some logos. I just gotta figure out what logos I want to use. I'll show you the logos. I'll send them to you so you can know what I'm talking about. But yeah.
Yeah, not like I said, I'll send you the name of the guy that I use for shirts.
DCCW uses them also.
Yeah, so
Okay, cool.
well, you got one. The shirt that I get that you have of ours, he made those.
Oh, I love those shirts. I actually was wearing it the other day at work, and they was like, "What is that?" I said, "Oh, this is the place that records me while I kick people's ass." They said, "For real?" I said, "Yeah, look them up. Look them up. They're pretty cool." And luckily, you guys have all of your stuff on the back of it and everything like that, so I don't have to explain too much. I can just be like, "Yeah," and I take my jacket down or whatever, and they can find y'all YouTube, your Twitch, and all the extra stuff on it. So that's pretty cool. I like that shirt a lot.
You got Dad? You got anything before we get
No,
out of here?
I'm good to go. Do you have a Facebook or anything you can be reached at that you would like to give out?
Christian Cash.
Just in case. All
That's
right.
my Facebook. That's my Facebook, Christian Cash. I don't have anything right now other than the music and the movies and the TV series and stuff like that. You can find out on Amazon Prime and Tubi. Um, so yeah. Other than that, yeah, got me beat.
Maybe if we can get it okay with him, maybe we could play some of his music
Yeah,
on our show.
yep.
If that would be cool with you, we could play some of
That's
your music
fine.
on our show.
Yeah, that's fine with me, man. Yeah, no problem at all. You guys just check it out, Canary Currency. Tell me what you think of it. If you like it, if you don't like it, don't tell me if you don't like it because you're gonna hurt my feelings. I'm just playing. But yeah, man, it's so much stuff coming out. I'm just, I'm grateful and I'm blessed to have had the life that I've had so far, and I'm very appreciative of it. Um, so yeah, I don't
Definitely,
really have much to say.
definitely when it gets closer to time for that big match, that big cage match, when AACW gets started back up, we definitely want to have you on back again.
Oh yeah. Because Justin ain't escaping me. He's not escaping me. Um, there's one thing to talk shit, and you know what I'm saying. There's another thing to back it up. Justin's talked. He's ran his mouth, and he's ran from me. Then he's put me through all of these trials and tribulations, and I've beaten all of the trials. Now, my stipulation is step inside the ring with me in a steel cage match, and I'm going to kick your ass. It's the only thing he has to do is show up, step in the ring, and I'm going to kick his ass from every which way to Sunday. So all he got to do is show up and step in the ring, and I'll take it from there. I'll kick his ass and make sure that I take his face and grind it against every inch of that steel cage that I possibly can before stomping a mud hole in him and then climbing out of the cage and becoming your new champion.
All right. You got anything else before we get out of here, Christian?
I actually do have a question. What is y'all dream match for Christian Cash? Like, what match would y'all like to see?
Let me think.
Actually, I'm going to agree. It's going to be one that you said, but when you said it, it clicked right in my head, and that's Christian Cash and Jawan Thomas.
That's fire. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
agree with that one. I mean, I've got two. The one with Zay Gates and DCCW, I want to see that. But then the other one would be you and Damien DeVille.
Oh, yeah, that would.
Yeah. Me and Damian DeVille in the Ultimate Submission match. Man, I want that match so bad. I've been promoting it for like 2 years now. Like,
I also
want
think
that match so bad.
Here's what I want to see. See if you like this. You and Damien DeVille, and if you beat Damien, we put old shooting machine up above the ring in a bird cage. and if you win, you get 5 minutes with shooting machine.
You know what? I love that idea. I love that
I
idea.
do too. I do too. I like that idea too. That's old school. That's old. That's
You
old
know what?
Dusty Road stuff.
And I'm gonna kick his ass, and then I'm gonna kick Shane ass.
I'll tell you another match I think would be real good. Would be you and Dalton Love in a singles match.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be fire. Or Luke Savage. Oh my god, it's something. One match that you guys gotta understand. Like another really dream match of mine, which is really funny. Me versus Kevin Panic. I really want to face that guy 1v1. Like,
That would be
yeah,
good.
he's my partner and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like the chemistry between me and him or is great as a tag team. But me versus him might elevate us both to a level that we haven't seen yet out of either one of us. So it's one thing to partner with the experience. It's another thing to be the experience.
I got,
You know.
I got one more.
That would be cool. You and Panic, because if you win that championship, it would be cool for you offer him an opportunity at the
Oh
belt.
yeah. Oh yeah, I got it. So I got so many people. I want to fight Johnny Crisis, but keep going.
I think that would be cool.
Another one I think would be good is you and against JKO.
Whew.
That'd be awesome.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's another one of the dream matches that I have. Because like I faced Mike King, and like I said, every bit of a professional you can possibly get. JKO, he's no different. He's no different. Like he's somebody that's very humble, knows a lot about the business, can share his experience, can break it down, can help you set up a match and make it all make sense. The psychology part of the wrestling business, these guys know it. Yeah, I would love to get in the ring with Joey Owens. I would love to see how JKO is as a performer, as an opponent. But
All
I
right,
got to get to work. So
Okay.
hey,
Have a good.
we appreciate you coming
Yep,
on. Like
yeah,
I said, you're welcome. You're welcome to come
anytime.
on anytime, man.
thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys having me and thinking of me, man. You had so many other people that y'all could have asked to come on this great, amazing show, but y'all chose to have none other than the second coming of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. No, man, I'm very appreciative. I'm very humbled by you guys even thinking of me being on the show. So thank you guys very much.
Yep. You have a good night, man.
You as well. I got to go and work for these people, and they're gonna probably try to fire me. Bye,
All right,
guys.
man. Later. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Don't forget, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow us on Facebook as well at Gonzo Sports Room. We'd greatly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button for the ASAP All Sports All Plays Network. Got a lot of talented people over there. If you're a sports fan, I'll be back on tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern with Gonzo and the Judge Sports Talk. So come join us for that tonight. Tomorrow we'll be back with Easy Money, our sports betting show. Also do the ASAP Afternoon Blitz. So between Gonzo Sports Room and the All Sports All Plays Network, we're live basically from like 9 in the morning to midnight. But we appreciate everybody watching, and we will see you guys next time. Don't forget, tomorrow we have another big interview tomorrow as Casey Grimm Santos, pro wrestler Casey Grimm Santos, will be joining the show tomorrow at 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. Eastern. So come join us for that tomorrow. Don't forget, check out the WCWO Veterans Show, Fighting for Our Heroes. We aired it Monday night. It was last Sunday. It was a great show. Go check that out. You can find it on our YouTube and Facebook pages as well. We appreciate all the support, and we will see you guys next time. Have a great evening.